I received this iPad Pro 11-inch 2nd gen. It's a Wi-Fi and cellular, 128 gig. iPad 11. So let's check the model number. I think a2068. This iPad comes for no power from water damage, and we're gonna try to fix it and save the data. So I disconnect everything. You can see some sign of the water damage over there. I disconnected the battery, and the iPad's still getting like a half amp. And this is the chip that's getting hot. But half amp is going to this chip. So this is the board inside. You can see the corrosion here, 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 here. So the water is in many spots. And it was in these cameras. Yeah, the connector and the cameras looks bad, especially this one here. But we are not worried about that because the customer asked to turn on the iPad before anything else. So I said, if you turn on the iPad, let me know. So and this chip was getting hot, as I told you before, and they was checking the capacitors around that chip, and they found many capacitors. So let's check it together. Yeah, many of these capacitors are shorted. This one's here, no. This one, no. This one's no. I found someone here. Yeah, because I found a lot of capacitors around the board here. It's mean that line is could be a VCC main. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna inject some power to these capacitors here. To these two capacitors, the big ones here. Then I will fill the board to see where it's getting warm. So because this is a strong surge, it's hard to tell where is the ground of the capacitor, where is the positive side. So let's go to the end. So here, so 1.4, so 1.4, 1.3 ohm. The other side is 1.3 ohm. So two sides is given 1.3 ohm. So it's hard to tell which one is the ground for us to inject the voltage, but there is a way to do it. So I get the power supply, put this one in the ground, and this is what I'm gonna do. I set up the power supply about like 1 volt. So I start with the 1 volt, then maybe about like 3 amp. Then I'm gonna put it this side. I put it in this side of the capacitor, then I see what is given. So here is a 3 amp and the voltage is stay at 1 volt. The other side, it's taking about 2 amp. So this is this side here. So this side here is the side, the positive side of the capacitor. Yeah, remember this work is no schematic. We just go with what we know. So this is 3 amp. This side is a 2 amp. Then I start checking what so this chip is now getting hot. You may use this side of your finger. Can pick up the heat more than the and be careful, sometimes the component is very hot. It may burn you. Oh, it's here. Yeah, definitely something here. Here under this shield. Yeah, where it was these cameras, you can see the water around them. Yeah, this shield here, there is something under it, is getting hot. So let's take this one. I'm gonna use a low melt to take that shield. And be careful the low melt doesn't go to the other side of the shell, so to don't damage the. Okay. All right, yep. So let's go to the microscope. So after we remove the shorted capacitor here, so when I check the short, it still have low ohm. So I inject the voltage here. You remember it was like 3 amp in the short. Now short is about 400. It's about 400 amp. Like half amp the short is a small short. And let me check that spot. Gonna inject the voltage. Yeah, I feel some this heat sink. This one here is get hot more than any spot here or any other spots on the board. There is something under this heat sink, so we need to remove this one and check under it. So here I plug the charger. You can see it's just 5 volt, about like half amp, and because the battery is not connected, that's why it's go on and off. So if I push the battery, I see the Apple logo. That's what we didn't have before. So 2 capacitors was shorted, and removing the short, we get the Apple logo. And we have the battery symbol, so the battery is low. Yeah, the iPad is fixed, and the customer can get the data. Yeah, the iPad is charging. It was like 14-15 volt, 2 amp, and now is about almost 9 volt, 2 amp. The iPad is on 5% charge. And there is the data still on it, so just need to put the password. Touch screen work, so this customer can have the data back. This is all for this video. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on next one.